right, go ahead and introduce you guys yourselves.
I'm Nick Stremme.
Dylan Stremme.
All right. So last time I talked to you, about middle of the season 2018, how did you guys finish out?
I wrecked a lot more stuff. He started winning a lot more.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got first feature win, which was B feature, and wasn't doing so good in qualifying that night. It kept popping out of gear in qualifying, and I won the heat and then the feature, and then the next week we got it fixed, and then won the heat, the fast heat, and then the A feature, and then next week won the heat.
So what's it like to win your very first feature? Tell me about the A, because there's a lot of motion with the A I've seen.
Yes, it's like no other feeling you could ever feel.
I know.
It's really
That's
amazing.
something that he's done that I haven't done. He's won a feature at South Bend in the street stocks. The only street stock feature that I've won at South Bend would be they did an announcer's choice deal, like a super shoe deal. My rookie year, I won the B feature, and then in 2017, I won one sportsman feature. So
Cool.
he's won more features at South Bend than me.
So, obviously winning's a great thing. I mean, it's what we strive for. But it could also be a double-edged sword, because now you're going to be fully invested in it, aren't you?
I harp on myself quite a bit because of the year that I've had, and some of those DNFs you could say was my choice of not finishing the race because of other things going on with the car. Say brakes would fade or power steering start getting tight. But I mean, at other standpoints, maybe it was a good thing that I pulled off.
Yeah.
Could have been a lot worse or wrecked a lot more.
Where do you draw the line of finishing a night for points or just saving the rest of your equipment? How do you make that decision?
My choice, like this last year, I wasn't running for points nowhere. So if there was something wrong and I felt that there was something wrong with the car, I pulled off right away. Now, say for example, if it was getting hot, usually I try not to run it past 200, 210, 220 on a very hot night. If it gets up past that, then I'll pull off right away if I'm running for points or not, because motors are a lot more expensive than your points lost and money lost for the night. Luckily, with the late models, they pay good enough, so if you have bad luck like that, parts failure or something, you still get quite a bit for just start.
Nice. What about you, Dylan?
Well,
How do you make a decision like that? Should I stay out there for points? Should I keep going?
Well, if I know I'm running towards the back more, then it not really that much of a difference if you pull in or something. But just trying to save tires throughout the year and stuff. But now I know the one time I got second when Danny won, there was a wreck in 1 and 2, and I slid up and hit the wall, and I think that cracked the sway bar on one of the sides.
I didn't lean over.
Yeah, and then in 3 and 4 there was a spin, and I went through the dirt trying to miss it, and it broke the sway bar on both sides all the way. So, and I was running second. I didn't want to pull in. I knew something was wrong because it was leaning over so bad and loose, and it just worked out.
So the last 10 laps it looked like a dirt car.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. So where does your experience come in with knowing that you can handle something like that? Were you scared? Or did you know you can handle it?
I wasn't really scared. If I think about it hard enough, then I can do it. But
Cool.
just gotta try and keep it under control.
And speaking of control, so what's it like? So on a Saturday, right around qualifying, where's your mind at? Are you still trying to nail down control of the car? Are you trying to make it faster? Are you worried about other things?
Pretty much just seeing how fast I can go.
So you're just trying to lay down the fastest lap possible?
That and seeing how good the car feels.
What about you, Nick?
Depends on who's there that night.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's the other side of the story.
That's my problem. I feel I can qualify good, but I'm not too damn good of a racer, you could say.
Well, you got to be doing something right. I mean,
Well, not last year. Last year I tore up a lot of stuff.
I mean, everybody has bad years.
My second year.
We, the first night out with the late model, I qualified third to Kevin Sauer. That was his first fast time. And Brian Ross, and I mean, we were all right there. But I know a few guys that I was faster than. They saved some that night. But also at the other time, I look at it that the old girl still got speed, and
Yeah.
it's like I went up to Kalamazoo for the Call of the Wild in 2017. I won the B feature with it up there, and this year I was just putzing around, just getting the feel for the car, and I was 8th quick. Well, went out and I went harder, and I ended up I think 6th or 7th quick. Killed me because I was in the A with a bunch of huge ass billboard cars.
Yeah.
But no, that or like New Paris for the blowout. I tried everything I could to get faster and missed it by I think it was half a tenth or something like that. And it bites you. You want to go the fastest that you can, but also at the other time you got to think later on for the feature, are you going to be able to get past those cars that you just out-qualified?
Yeah.
Now, luckily at South Bend, the luck can go either way. Either you get lucky and you start rolling the outside because everybody stacks up on the bottom, or you get lucky and they wreck out, or you just miss luck and you can't go nowhere. It all depends on how the track is that night, you could say.
All right. So I noticed you switched bodies last year from your Sportsman to your Outlaw. What made that change?
Well, to tell you the truth, money.
Money?
It pays a lot more to start the late models than what it does Sportsman's, and we tried some front end stuff and it didn't work out. So we went back to the old stuff, and I went up to Galesburg July 4th, and we qualified I think 7th of 30 some Sportsman's up there, and it knocked out of the race. And we were good, it churned and fast, so I tried another week at South Bend, and started, I think I was 2nd quick that night. I think we had 16 there that night, so I started 15th, 14th, somewhere in there, and got to the front, got to 4th place, and on a restart I got in the back of Tim Thurston a little bit, and we checked up, and a guy hit me from behind, and he kept it full throttle, and he nosed me in the wall. It tweaked the horns a little bit, but we got those straightened out, and that's when I called it good for the template body. It just wasn't having a good year, and so I figure we put 10-inch wheels on it, changed bodies, and took one piece of weight out, and started quick in the late models.
Yeah. Now, why are the bodies so different between the template and then the Outlaws? Does it give you more downforce?
These, yeah, you get a hell of a lot more downforce. For example, the decks, how much wider back here where the trunk lid is. The spoiler, you can have a lot bigger spoiler. The noses in general, there's a lot more body there that you can get air put down on than the template body. Now, meaning South Bend, does air help you a whole ton? Some people say yes, some people say no.
If you take a spoiler off, I've noticed.
Oh yeah. If you take spoiler off, you're gonna loosen yourself up quite a bit. I feel like when we put the sideboards on and the roofs come off for the end of the year show, you feel the downforce just with your head through the air because you have nothing in front of you. And you'll end up you'll start talking like this after you get out of the car. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is downforce. Outlaw bodies are a lot cheaper than template bodies. Template bodies depend on if you go all new or you use some. It could be upwards to $3,000 or more.
Wow.
And that was another thing why I put the outlaw body on this year, because it was a lot cheaper.
Is it easy? Is it easier to make?
Oh yeah. The only problems I got now is I hate doing the front half of the body. The back half's fine.
Yeah.
I don't know. I enjoy it. I feel the competition level's a lot harder in the late models than sportsman's. Not saying that there's no competition.
Yeah.
But just to be able to go out and be able to keep up with them and run, I was real impressed with the car itself for being how old it is.
Does it handle different in the corners?
Oh yeah, it'll stick a lot better because you're on a 2-inch wider wheel all the way around than what you run on sportsman's. Like I said, the downforce, you got a 2.5-inch bigger spoiler by, I don't know, I think about another foot of wide spoiler.
Yeah.
So you got a lot more there, and people do like with the body where it kicks up with the rake in the back, and that helps it there, but I don't know. I'm just going to have fun.
Yeah. So what's it like to put a body on your car?
Mine?
Yeah, street stock.
Well, the body that's on it now, that was real difficult.
Yeah.
Because going from a more of a square body to a Camaro body, that's a lot harder.
A lot harder? A lot more geometry?
Oh yeah.
What do you like better, the Camaro body or the square body?
Honestly, as of now, I like the Camaro body better.
I can see one more with it.
No, I just like how it looks better, but
It's not the same as everybody else's. It's different. It's
There's a lot of different. You know, I mean, there's old school with the 55. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that it's.
Then you got the boxes, and you got the Camaros, and then you got sportsmen that just add weight and stuff. So, but it's competitive, that's for sure, right?
Oh yeah.
You plan on moving up in the future, or are you gonna stick with this for a while?
Not really sure. Just sticking with this for this year and see where it goes next year.
Nice.
I tried switching on cars this year, but he didn't want to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. I thought you would have been all over that competition out there.
Yeah, I can't blame him though. He likes what he's doing. He's having fun, so.
That's all that matters, right?
I can't take away his fun from my fun.
Yeah. All right. So what's it like racing with your guys' family history? I mean, there are trophies all over this place.
Yeah, well, there's a 6-foot mini stock one from Montville. Grandpa and Grandma and Dad and Uncle David's collect trophies, and luckily it's not all of them. This is mostly just Grandpa and Grandma's. That's also what 35 years of racing gets you.
Yeah.
It puts a lot of weight on your shoulders because you roll into the track and they see the last name Stremme, and just seeing what Uncle David's been able to do, or like Grandpa or Dad or Grandma around here, it puts a lot of stress on you.
Yeah.
You want to do good, to say live up to the name.
Does it give you an edge though, having that last name? Knowing, I mean, you search YouTube, you see a lot of videos of your grandpa out at New Paris winning.
And yes and no. One thing I hated growing up at the track was, oh, your uncle's a NASCAR driver, you get everything given to you.
Yeah.
Well, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm not saying David don't help us, because he helps us quite a bit, but it's not given.
Yeah.
Man.
What about you? You're still in school. What's it like for you?
don't know how much different it is from me to him, but what I think is pretty much the same as like going to work or something.
Yeah.
During the day. You go there and then you get done there and come here and work on the cars. So.
Nice. So let's talk 2019. You're going to be running the late model.
Yep.
Going for points? Going for anything special?
We'll see. If it all works out, I want to try to run New Paris' first race. By all means, I don't have nothing to compete and win. More or less, just to go back to, you can say, home, because that's where I ran my first 2 years of racing at. Was there. We grew up there. But also, on the other hand, it's hard not to drive right across the street.
Yeah.
You know. We'll see if we do decent at New Paris, which I don't look to, but you never know. We might try to go back for a couple of them. Otherwise, I mean, South Bend's right here. It's hard to say no to $225 to start the A feature when you're driving a minute down the road. It's,
Any big shows? Sizzler, Intimidator 100?
No, well, I'd like to try. We'll see how the Sizzler goes. We'll see if we can find tire sponsor. And we had some miscommunication last year for that. And, unfortunate, but we got there and gave it our best. Missed the show by 6 cars, I think it was, and even the cars that we did beat in qualifying, it was. I think it opened up a lot of people's eyes how good the old car did. Gambler, I'm excited to run with Kenny, and just found out my dad's going to be running, so I've run with my dad 2 or 3 other times, and
is he going to help you at all, or are you guys just going to be strictly competitors?
I'm sure he'll be there to help. I mean, it's if he don't, I completely understand. He's trying to win the same race I am.
What's it going to be like if you beat him?
If I beat him?
Yeah.
Man, put this on camera.
That's what I'm here for.
I don't know. It's if I beat him, I think it'd be a big accomplishment. Because people may argue it, but I won't. He's probably one of the best asphalt outlaw late model guys around here to ever run. If I do, it's not saying it's because they'll have bad luck, but I mean, you never know. I could get lucky, start up front, and finish up front. I seen Travis Slaybaugh start on the pole of the Summer Sizzler one year and led 99 of 100 laps, but he didn't lead the last one.
Yeah.
I mean, you never know. It's
I've seen Tyler start in the back and
Yep.
then 2 laps to go take the lead, so
Yep.
anything can happen.
Yeah.
Let's talk dirt. I seen you run dirt at Plymouth last year.
Yeah, I ran once for Tanya and Michael there. They Mikey's Pizza Pit Stop that sponsors me. They're real long time family friends. Michael, I had a bet with Josh Cook. This was the whole deal why I haven't run dirt before this. My second year racing in 2014, Josh made a bet with me. He betted that I'd be in a dirt car, at least a modified race. I could run anything dirt but a modified. But if I ran a modified race before the day that I turned 20 in one day, I'd have to owe him $100. Well, I wanted to keep my point, and after I turned 20 in one day, I could have went and ran that weekend, but I didn't. It worked out better that I went the following weekend because, like, my dad was going to be there. It worked out for everybody. It was fun. By all means, I think dirt, you have to be a lot more driver than asphalt. You have to pay attention to the track. Shannon Rush at Hoosier Tire, he helped me with that a bunch. Being able to watch a track, how it changed throughout the night. Down on the bottom, it was rough. Well, what I consider rough because I'm asphalt.
Yeah.
Smooth at least. To other guys, it may have been the smoothest that track's ever been. Middle was alright, but the top was smooth, just like asphalt. with being in the late model with throttle control being on and off it so much, I felt more comfortable up there, so I ran the top all night and got put in a stacked heat race. Zeke McKenzie, my dad, Hogue, Frank Marshall, Terry Schuff's daughter Jessica, she was in it. Started second, went to last. Started fourth in the B feature, right behind Todd Sherman, and I finished fifth at the line, I think it was. And made it in the A, started 24th and ended up 15th. Didn't pass a car. It was just, luckily, everyone fell out and we were just moving up. But for being the first night on dirt, didn't spin out, didn't put a scratch on the car, and made the feature was my biggest goal.
Running dirt at all 2019?
Possibly. We have to sit down and talk with Tanya and Michael. I know Tanya called me about Super Shoot time last year, and we talked some about it. Maybe. We'll see. All depends on how this thing's going. If this is decent and we're running good out here, if I decide to run out here all year, I might not. But dirt runs a lot later in the year than what asphalt does, so we'll see.
All right, 2019 for you, Dylan.
Well, I'm gonna start out at South Bend, see how the first 2 or 3 nights go. If I'm say top 3 in points, then most likely gonna run there, and then I don't know, see what happens throughout the year. Because I know last year I wasn't planning on going to the blowout, but it was like last minute deal where I went, so
Yeah, it paid off.
yeah.
So you excited about the Gambler this year with the street stocks?
You guys got a big street stock race that night.
When?
The Gambler night. It's only street stocks, late models, and sports ones.
I didn't know about that.
Well, breaking news.
Now you do.
Yeah.
Do you want to run anywhere else? Any other tracks?
There's other ones that I want to try, but I'm not sure. Like, I know Springport. I know you gotta use a lot of brakes, but yeah. He went there a couple years ago and it looked interesting, so I want to try it.
Yeah, you're decent up there for the B feature.
Are you just strictly going to run the street stock? You're not going to drive anything else this year? Anything up your sleeve?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But if something comes up, say in the middle of the year or so, there's possibly a slight chance. So,
All right.
Who knows?
So
you talk Sean into the front wheel drive.
So if you're running good enough, you want that championship, right?
yeah.
All right. And then you're just trying to get experience everywhere, aren't you?
Yeah. New Paris and South Bend's on the schedule right now. We'll see if we're not doing too good at South Bend, running decent. We'll Galesburg just announced a late model show that I might try to go run.
Yeah.
That also depending on what tires you're on, because can't afford to buy slicks.
They run slicks up there?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I know they did one time before, but I don't know. I don't see him running slicks. I see him running the D800s. Which hopefully, I like the tread tire. I've never run on slicks, but I like the treaded tire.
All right.
You know, I like it a hell of a lot more than the 790 tire that I used to run on the street stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Those are hockey pucks compared to.
Even compared to the 800s, they
Yeah.
are.
Let's talk sponsors.
Right now, I am looking for sponsors.
You have a team page, fan page,
Yeah,
personal
on
page?
Facebook, Nick Stremme Racing, I put on there quite a bit. Usually either me or my fiance Kalia will we'll post how the night went throughout the year, whatnot, and updates. Right now, Mikey's Pizza Pit Stop. Like I said, Tanya, Michael, they're back on board this year. Evan Jackson Racing Engines. I'm gonna get that sticker on, and as far as I know, that's it right now.
And anything helps, right?
Oh yeah, everything helps.
What's the benefits of sponsoring, say, an Outlaw, or just sponsoring a car at South Bend or New Paris? A lot of exposure?
Yeah, I'd say, Mikey's, I know, Michael's grandfather and grandmother come up and watch quite a bit. They hear a lot of people in the stands talk, oh, we need to try that. Like, I don't know if they've had any more new customers, but, it helps out a lot of people. It's not just for us. I mean, heck, even down to a $30 a week type deal for just pay for your pit pass.
Yeah. Sponsors for you, Dylan?
Well, I know that a couple of them will stay the same, but I still gotta talk with them, see if they're still willing to sponsor me for 2019 or not. But
You want to mention their names? Are you still negotiating?
I know Mr. V will.
See, I don't get the pleasure of looking at my car right now.
Well, actually, that's the only one that I know of.
Do you have a fan page, personal page? People can contact you if they want to sponsor you?
Just my normal Facebook page.
Okay. Any shout outs anybody want to mention?
Say hi to Josh Cook.
Josh
He'll get all pissed if we don't say hi to Josh Cook.
Alright.
No. No, not really.
Well, I appreciate the time.
No problem.
Thanks for having me in here, and
No problem. We appreciate it. It's
hope to see you guys in Victory Lane 2019.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
Alright, well thanks guys.
Yeah, thank you.